Welcome back to another Goose Reviews. Ant-Man and the Wasp, take two. I'm here with I'm the
Take
One Fish.
number the one fish.
No, okay.
I'm here. Sorry. Hi.
Yes. No, you've bugged me. Um,
Not the bugs.
so we're going to talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp. Excited about it.
Marvel movie number 4 for us?
I don't know. It's up
Is
there.
it 3 or 4?
Black
No, it's
Panther,
Black
Infinity,
Panther.
Infinity War, Deadpool. You weren't there for that, but
I wasn't there for
Deadpool's
that,
on
but
the list.
it is. And then
Um,
Ant-Man and Wasp.
yeah, Ant-Man and Wasp.
So number 4?
Am I missing one? I feel like I'm missing one.
I feel like it too, but I just can't remember. No,
Anyway,
not Thor.
no, we haven't done Thor. It was already out.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Uh, yeah, I think we're good.
Doesn't matter.
Four Marvel movies? Marvel.
Just chew on it. Just chew on it. Don't even try. All right, so let's talk trailers. I actually had Mission Impossible, which I'm still excited about. I'm trying to get Dad to take an afternoon off work and go see it with me.
I got a different
Um,
Mission Impossible trailer without the music.
without any music, it's just silence.
No music, some words, some sound effects, and a lot of intensity. It was pretty sweet.
Nice. I didn't have Mamma Mia, which was a nice refresher. Yeah. So that's it.
I had Dumbo for the first time.
Is it a live action Dumbo?
Yes, and
They say that
the CGI Dumbo.
Donkey is one of the kids from Dumbo. That's how he fits into the fairy tale universe in Shrek.
Uh,
Because they get turned into donkeys.
Shrek's not a Disney movie.
Yeah, but all the fairy tale characters are there. Snow White, all of them. They're all the fairy tales. Dumbo's not exclusively Disney. They just made a movie about
I
it.
know they've made a couple movies and books and whatever, but I don't know. I've never heard that theory, and I don't subscribe to it.
Well, you do now.
No, you do. I had Dumbo. I had Harry Potter.
Oh, maybe
Nothing
I had Harry
there.
Potter actually as well. Well, he's not in
Yeah.
it. He's not even born. He's not even a twinkle. I don't even think his father's even a twinkle in his father's eye.
No, I guess you could call it what is it? Wizarding World, Fantastic Beasts.
I like calling it Harry Potter.
Yeah, that it's Harry Potter. It's freaking Dumbledore. Um, yeah, so that
Jude
looks
Law.
great. Jude Law.
Like Jude Law. Like me some Jude Law. All right, so um,
I don't know. Dumbo looks meh. I don't.
you can't.
I've never liked.
Oh, maybe I had Christopher Robin because I got all like,
I did have that one too. I
you
think I
know,
had that one too.
because that movie made me, you know,
Eh, I don't know.
whatever. You
I think I
robot,
feel like they're doing too
robot,
many
robot,
live action
robot,
remakes. I just
robot.
some things
Do
need to
you
stay
even have?
nostalgic
Do you even have feelings?
sometimes.
Obi-Wan Kenobi's gonna go and save the the 100-acre woods.
If he doesn't say hello there in that movie, I'll be disappointed.
Somebody's gonna show up and say, "Lost a planet." How embarrassing!
How embarrassing.
But whatever, robot.
Oh, a teddy bear. You'll make a nice addition to my collection.
What's this, Anakin? Like, ah!
That's what Grievous says to Obi-Wan.
Oh, talking about his
He's
lightsaber.
talking about his lightsaber. Yeah,
Whatever, man. It looks good.
whatever.
I'm gonna have Sarah review it with me. I think she loves her
Yeah,
some Pooh Bear.
some Pooh Bear.
Did you cut out there for a second?
No, I'm here.
Anyway, so where were we? Pooh Bear. I get you, Pooh Bear. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Let's get into non-spoiler into it.
Non-spoiler. I liked it.
I liked it.
I enjoyed it.
I'm gonna give it 7.7 bugs.
I kept on thinking how it's gonna relate, how everything, all the technology and stuff in the movie is gonna relate to Infinity, Avengers 4. How is it
Yeah.
gonna tie in? That's what I was doing the whole movie is how's this gonna work? How's this gonna be part of it? How's this gonna connect to these guys? But other than that, I thought it was funny. Paul Rudd's an actual comedian and made
Paul
it
Rudd
work.
is a yeah, he's a master of his craft.
And Michael Pena is no slouch. The dude is hilarious.
I used to work with the kid that I told you, he just reminds me so much of him. Everything he's in, I'm just like, oh, I miss Mario.
Mario.
If you're out there, Mario, I miss you.
Yeah, so I don't know. I had a really good time in the movie theater
Yeah, I
watching the
died
movie.
laughing.
It was great. I actually had the row all to myself. No kid was kicking the back of my chair. Uh, it was awesome. I got to enjoy the movie
There was a
without.
kid kicking the chair next to me, and I kind of had my arm on that chair, so I couldn't really complain. But still, it's like you said,
Still.
right behind me, completely
Yeah.
empty theater. There was like six people.
Yeah, ours is assigned seating. I mean,
Ours
you
is not.
reserve your seats,
This theater was
but
built in 1937.
it's so old. I don't know. As far as ranking, I'll give it an 8.
Eight's fair. I think it was
I like.
good.
I mean, I liked it. There was nothing in it that I was like, oh, I've never seen this before in a movie ever in my entire life. To give it a 10,
Well,
there was some beat,
especially because it was a sequel.
especially since it's a sequel, and some other things that we had problems with, that
um,
we'll talk about. But
I liked it, and I thought the action was cool, and I think it's something that's really cool to see. I don't know if they did it in 3D or not. It'd be cool to see in 3D.
yeah, it would.
Lot
It's a good
of,
point.
a lot of cool big things to see on the theater on the screen. A lot of cool little things to see on the screen.
Yes,
Um,
a lot of very small things and a lot of very big things.
I'm just
Like
tired now.
65 feet.
That's huge.
It's
Uh,
huge. You must have been exhausted.
it's kind of a spoiler if nobody's seen the trailer. Sean,
Oh, it's in the trailer.
Dwight doesn't watch trailers.
Yeah, Dwight's pretty much in the minority.
So yeah, I would say good movie. Paul Rudd definitely saves the day. I'm not saying he's the only one. He's just Paul Rudd makes that movie what it is. Like how Iron Man makes or how Robert Downey Jr. makes an Iron Man movie. Paul Rudd makes the Ant-Man movie, which is what you want from the star, I guess, right?
Yeah, he's the lead. He's the lead. He's got to make it happen.
And he does. He's spectacular. Yeah. So 7.7 for me.
8 for me.
7.7 bugs. Somebody chopped a little bug up.
It's just messed up, man. Little bugs pinned to our ranking board.
I'm just gonna say my Marvel movies as they go. I feel like Disney just either takes old music and remixes it, has somebody make, or takes a song that's modern, like out released, and puts it in there somewhere, or recycles something from the Marvel universe. And I have real beef with that. Like, there's no original soundtracks in Marvel movies anymore. I feel like
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Black
I didn't.
Panther is a huge exception. Well, Black Panther is a huge exception in two
To the
ways.
Marvel universe.
But yeah, there's the original soundtrack that is a huge exception. There are some songs in there that are very superhero-y, but then there are there's the really cool like Wakanda theme songs, and then there's the inspired by, which is all the Kendrick Lamar songs, which are also pretty awesome.
So I have a question. Now that we've got Ant-Man and the Wasp, how long until we get a Captain Marvel trailer? Because they were probably waiting for this to get out and then release.
Well, honestly,
then
I'm surprised. I'm surprised we didn't get one.
Yeah, I was kind of looking forward to one in the trailers, and I was like, okay, are we gonna get one? But nothing.
And not only that, they can also. I know that it was supposed to be separate, but they can tie the Venom movie in now if they want. There's nothing stopping Disney from saying it's part of all the rest of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I forgot where I was going with that. Anyway, should we move on? Should we go spoil some stuff?
Let's go spoil this movie. I want to talk about it. It was fun. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of story. There's a lot of Paul Rudd.
All right. Spoilers! Spoilers! Spoilers!
It's a spoiler alert.
Spoilers!
Spoiler alert.
Remember, in Inception, the top is not his marker when he's in the dream. It's his wife's, so you don't actually know if he's in the dream at the end or not. Anyway.
In Soviet Russia, movie spoils you.
Rasputin, Love Machine.
That song is so ridiculous.
I didn't even try that song on Beat Sabers tonight. I skipped
Ra,
it.
ra, Rasputin, not a big love machine.
I just feel stupid whenever I play it.
Song's so great. Oh, anyway, back to the movie that we're gonna spoil.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
How dare he leave the premises with his ankle bracelet?
Yeah, there's no timer on that.
The first couple seconds.
Even
First of all, how dope was that cardboard fort?
Even Shia LaBeouf had a couple seconds in Disturbia. Come on.
True. It's like, geez, it was so obvious he's sticking his leg through the fence.
Right.
Did you not even notice your leg go through a fence, sir?
That would be incredibly painful.
Did it not sting?
Yeah, the cardboard fort was awesome. The hunt for the treasure was cool. The
Michael
world's
Pena.
greatest grandma.
Antone, which way do we go? Yeah.
Yes. Well, he's sitting there working in a full suit for some reason. So do they live? Do they live together?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think he was just there consulting on the big deal they were trying to get.
I think you're wrong. He yells at him about the way he loads the dishwasher.
He's probably there a lot. I don't think they live together.
I think they live. I think he lives there.
You never see him at the house again.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, he's there.
When?
He's
not.
Yes,
he's
he
not.
is.
No,
he's there
not.
later. He's there later with the ant. They're looking for something.
Well, because he went to go get the trophy.
He knew exactly where it was.
He told him where it was.
I don't know, man. Why would he complain about the way he loads the dishwasher? That seems like a weird thing. I do that, but I live here.
You can't load plates on the top rack.
You can if they're the little plates.
If they're maybe mini plates, child plates.
Not child plates, little plates, like the little round ones that go like under bowls for soup. Or for toast.
Yeah, those are okay, but you can't do like a full-size plate. That's just
that's foolhardy.
Well, the water's not right up there. It's got to be the hard-hitting lower rack to get that grease and junk off.
I don't know. The one at our old house had the spinner on the top one too.
Well, so does mine, but it's not at the same kind of power.
This one doesn't. I don't really like our new dishwasher. Anyway, so
enough dishes. Okay, where do we start, dude? Where do we start? Do we talk about Wu?
The Wu was
and
hilarious.
The FBI? Do we talk about his ex-wife, who's also hilarious?
His ex-wife that just briefly shows up.
Which just briefly shows up. You guys have no right to be here. Yeah, they do. You can't just come in and barge in like this. Yeah, they can. You need a warrant.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. She's like, really? Nothing?
The husband who's a hugger.
The tiny little moments that his family is in there, besides Cassie, like his ex-wife and the new husband hugger guy, are hilarious.
Yeah, he's funny. His close-up, Paul Rudd's close-up magic. You know how hard it is to entertain a 2-year-old when you can't leave the house, or an 8-year-old when you can't leave the house for 2 years?
I had to learn this. Close-up magic. How'd you do that?
FBI agent, how'd you do that? Really?
Do what? The magic. Really? Worst FBI agent. Hilarious.
He's just a good guy.
He is. He's just trying to do his job. Wants to go out to dinner somewhere. Needs to eat some food.
Jumping straight to the end, huh?
They all die.
Nah.
They're all dead.
No. The percentage
Sorry.
is so high.
Summoning my inner Dwight.
um, no, please stop. So let's just talk about they just kind of threw monologues at us about the past. I had a beef
Okay, yeah.
with that.
So we're gonna start with beefs then.
Just a little bit, not
Just a little
terribly.
bit because
There weren't
there was a
many.
few.
Okay.
There's a few, but yeah, no, I agree with you. The whole monologuing thing. Why?
Like there was no like tact to telling us about the past. Like how
You're
in
tied up. Let me talk for 15 minutes at you.
yeah, like how we talked about Jurassic World had some pretty terrible plot lines, but when they were telling the backstory for Blue and Chris Pratt's relationship, that was a really cool way of doing it with the little DVDs or the
Yeah,
YouTube videos or whatever.
yeah.
This was not having somebody just tell you about your past. My mother would do, and then it's just like boom, like that works in like a book, but doesn't translate very well to a movie, you know?
No, it was weird because it was just like, okay, you're tied up, you're sitting there. Let's not show some kind of dramatized flashback about all these different things, which they kind of did for a brief second about her getting her phase disability curse.
Who?
I don't know what you call it. Ghost.
Oh, right.
Like they showed the explosion and how she was like untouchable after that. But other than that, it was this guy did this, and then I did this, and I had to do this, and it was like, oh, and all in your face, all real quick. I mean, you got a 2-hour movie, and you're gonna spend how many minutes monologuing about the past?
About somebody else's past. Like it was like we just had to be filled in on a lot of
And
information.
well, and how consequential is this person gonna be anyway? That we need to know all this stuff. Like it was a terrible way to try and build a character.
Right, and can we just have a villain? Like this is the third Marvel movie in a row where we just got this like I'm a kind of a villain. You know? We got not even that's the fourth movie. I mean, what's his name was a Psycho from Black Panther. Warmonger.
Uh, Warmonger.
Warmonger.
Yeah, but even he had some kind of supposedly positive purpose to his
yeah,
actions,
and then
in the end,
and then his inner turmoil with he just wanted to go home. Wanted to be
yeah.
accepted
So
by
he still had
Wakandans.
some kind of that.
And
I
had
mean,
his
he was a
moment.
pretty good villain, though.
He was a great villain.
He was a really enjoyable villain, and just I don't know, but he wasn't like evil for the sake of evil.
Right, but then there was Thanos, who has a really good reasoning. The logic,
Which is crazy. Which is crazy because when after seeing that, and then you listen to Inferno by Dan Brown, and it kind of goes through the psychological arguments of population control
Uh-huh.
and talking about how culling the population and slowing down how fast we grow and our exponential rates of population growth would be such a positive thing for the planet and for humanity as a whole. But who's going to make the hard choice?
Thanos.
Thanos. Right, but I mean, even in the book, they're like, if you could randomly select
forever.
50% of the population to be eliminated and have humanity live on, for the next, 100 generations, or leave everybody as it is and only live another 100 years before the humanity goes extinct, what are you going to do?
Right.
And so there's a philosophical argument there and all that, but and then I don't know the villain in Deadpool. I don't know if he was bad to be bad or if he
No,
had some kind
he was a very good guy. He wanted to avenge his family and kill the guy who killed his family before he became the guy who killed his family, and ended up saving not only the guy who killed his family and stopping that from happening, but also Deadpool. Huge spoilers for Deadpool, by the way, but whatever. We're in the spoilers.
So he became a good guy at the end.
Yeah, it's Cable. He's like an X-Men.
I don't know. That
That's why I was confused about him being the villain, to be honest, because I don't really know a whole lot about Marvel. But what I do know about Marvel is mostly based off of the Sega Dreamcast Marvel vs. Capcom 2, in which Cable is definitely an X-Men. And I'm just like, wait, what? He's the son of, like, Phoenix and Cyclops. You at least know, yeah. You at least know who those people are.
Yes.
So, because he's from the future.
Yeah, because Jean Grey becomes Phoenix and Cyclops is what's his face?
Scott.
Robin.
Robin. This
I don't
Batman's
know.
sidekick.
I know. Isn't that the same actor?
No, I don't know.
I thought didn't he play Robin in like Batman and Robin? Chris O'Donnell, right?
I don't know. Maybe, probably. He played that guy. He was in that dragon movie too, where he jumped into the dragon's mouth. We were like, what?
That was Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, was it? But weren't they both in that
Yeah.
movie?
No, him and Christian Bale were in that movie.
Oh, Christian Bale. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey just jumped into that dragon's mouth. So back on point. How do we get off on that tangent?
Trying to find a villain in a Marvel movie
Oh,
that stays a villain. At least in the last few. I mean, I guess Warmonger kind of dies a bad guy.
Sonny Birch, I guess, stays a villain.
Who's that?
Walton Goggins.
Is that the
Hick?
Southern guy?
I love him so much. He's like becoming one of my favorite actors.
But he's not like the main villain.
But
Guy,
he's still
though.
the villain, though. He stays the villain. That's what I'm saying.
Still a villain. He's not the main villain.
But he is, because the main villain's not really a villain.
I guess.
What do you know about it?
I saw the movie.
You didn't see nothing. So,
No, I don't know. I mean, Ghost, even in the end, I mean, she's like trying to be a good guy at the end, right?
right, trying to save Morpheus and whatnot. So
You can't call him Morpheus.
what else am I supposed to call him?
Lawrence Fishburne.
His name
Dr.
is
Bill.
Morpheus. Get up. Get up. Anyway. You made me lose my train of thought again. So, did they... I don't really remember the first movie. You said you watched it, didn't you? Or did you not end up watching it?
I didn't watch it again. I didn't have time.
Did they have a going relationship, Hope and Scott?
Yeah, they were like hooking up,
And then it must have been building. And then
as explained by Michael Pena.
We'll get to that in a second, because I can't tell you.
The best 5 minutes of the movie.
Well, I don't know. That and when Paula Rudd was being the mom. That was pretty hilarious. I love when
That was awesome.
he like pet the dad's face and
And then he wakes up. Nope, I've got nothing. And then he's holding his hand.
How did I get over here?
How did we get here?
Yeah. So I know. I guess I don't really. I knew they were like getting started, but it sounded like it got pretty serious. And then he went off to Germany.
Yeah, he did
Got
not
put
call
on-
her.
Got put on house arrest, which I'm wondering how Hawkeye's house arrest is going.
Right.
He must be going crazy.
He's
Although
out
he probably
in the
has.
woods. He's
I was
fine.
gonna say maybe he has more land. Like maybe they have like the perimeter is much bigger for him.
Yeah, probably.
Oh man,
As
I
long as
can
he
only
can shoot arrows and stuff.
shoot arrows with cameras and go.
Didn't he try to take up golf and he said it was too easy?
I think so.
Yeah, he kept getting hole in ones.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
think he said that in Civil War.
So, yeah, I was like, so what? He came out of retirement or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he was under house arrest, and then they somehow get it off his leg very easily and put it on a huge
Huge ant.
because he gets some kind of signal from the mom that takes him off, like that they have to he can find her in the quantum realm, which we got explained in a monologue in the beginning
Yep.
about how the mom's still alive after 30 years. She's been hunting quantum micro organism bugs and eating them somehow.
Yeah, I don't understand that, but I don't think there's a way to understand it.
She made a spear, and so she survived.
Well, she made like a spear axe out of one of her wasp wings, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's all made out of her armor. She had all kinds of pieces of it. I thought what that was going to be was that the mom was going to end up being Ghost. I didn't.
It's another example of Marvel people never dying. Oh, we need this person? She's been alive. She's just been tiny for 30 years. Totally fine.
I think they could have explained it with time not passing, but then would have to be young, which would have been kind of weird.
Well, she even mentions that time is different there, so why not make her young?
Or not need
I don't
food. Know. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I know there's an anime that humans develop the ability to. What do plants do? Photosynthesize. Because they're trapped in space. Maybe she learned how to do that.
I guess. I'm not buying it.
Well, that's what you're going to have to buy. It's for sale.
You keep selling that.
It's the last one, and that's it. Going once.
It's the last.
It's Prime Day. It's going to be on sale. It's only
I'm
on sale today.
I'm going to take my cash elsewhere and buy something else because I don't buy that one. But, I mean, I don't know. They tried to explain the entanglement stuff. Oh, he went quantum. Now she linked to his head somehow and can use him as a puppet. Like, some of that was just so far beyond me, I was just lost.
Yeah, maybe there is real science behind it. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I doubt it. It's all made up comic book science.
You don't know.
He even says, do you guys just put quantum in front of everything? And then there it is.
And then Morpheus says, are we even here?
And then he's like, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
And he hands him 2 pills. Look, so let's get going here. Let's just get this ball moving. Let's talk about...
Can we... One more beef?
Sure. Beef it out.
Mask on, mask off. Mask on, mask off. Mask on, mask off. Mask on, mask off.
You're Buzz Lightyear.
You're in a fight. Why are you checking if she's okay? Why are you taking your mask off? She knows who you are. Oh, you just got hit because you took your mask off, you big dummy?
That's my beef.
I know it's your beef, and I'm hoping you rant about it because it was so frustrating.
It's always...
You pointed it out to me so many times. Now, every time I see it, I'm just like, why are you taking your mask off?
Well, and it's not only like they just take their mask off, and it's not like they've explained it away. Like, Iron Man has... And Black Panther apparently have developed the technology at exactly the same time, independently of each other, which is pretty impressive. Nanotechnology... that is just created out of basically thin air.
Yeah.
Which is almost better. Like, I'm okay with that almost, But it's not fast enough still. There's no way it would be fast enough. You're still gonna get your face blown off.
Yeah.
But these ones are like old school.
Like they snap on over the face. Like they
the gunk.
Yeah, man. And it's like, ugh.
It just sounds
so harsh.
Mean. Yeah, it sounds like
really hard.
It sounds like a rat trap.
It does, and it's just frustrating that they just can't keep it on. Like, leave your helmet on.
Yeah, just leave it on. It's a fling.
It's easy enough. First of all, everybody in the movie theater knows who's talking.
Second of all, her hair's got to get caught in it once. Like,
I was not worried about her hair.
But it's gonna.
I know.
Or she's gonna be like, it's gonna swing it up into the front, like into the front of her eyes, and she won't be able to fight.
Yeah, she won't be able to see.
She's got it in a ponytail instead of like a bun, like she should for that kind of scenario.
Right. No, but they get caught by Ghost. Right, because they're in her place or whatever. They're in the fight. He takes off his helmet, gets hit in the back of the head.
Yeah.
And he's out, unconscious.
Right, because he had to take it off to pick up the building.
Why?
Because she was asleep. So, yeah, why not just...
Oh, we're in. Let's take off our helmets.
Make as much
know
noise
which
as possible.
one's which. Well, I'm not going to get Paul Rudd confused for Evangeline Lilly just because their helmets are on.
Oh, man, which one is it? Which one is it?
Which one of you is talking? Oh, wait, is it the guy? I bet it's Ant-Man.
It must be Wasp Man and Ant Woman.
Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, that since you pointed that out to me a long time ago, it just has festered even more.
Oh, it's the
And
worst.
this movie just all the time.
And it's because it's the clamping sound that gets you.
What it's not even the sound; it's the
And
scenario
the motion,
in
too.
which they're it's a scenario in which they're taking it off. I mean, the animation of it going on and off, yeah, brutal sounding, brutal
Well, yeah,
looking as
she's like in
far as
that. She's
how
in
uncomfortable it
the
is.
hotel. No, not the hotel. The restaurant fight with Sonny's guys, and she takes it on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. It's
Well,
like,
and then she takes it off at the end, like to say it's like to get her money back or whatever. Pleasure doing business with you. Like she couldn't have left it on. None of those guys left could have come back. Like, is she 100% sure she got everybody and there's no
right.
snipers anywhere? This guy doesn't have a gun under the table. Leave your helmet on. It's practical.
Yeah, and
I
I
don't
think
know.
she gets punched by Ghost because her helmet's off.
Yeah. Which
Stupid.
Ghost helmet doesn't really do her much good when Paul Rudd is like huge size, just punches through her face. And like breaks it. It's like poof, ah,
I like when Paul Rudd is kid sized.
when he's in the school.
Yeah, and they have to like get him close.
Yeah, and so he's jumping. Oh, you almost got it. You're doing so good. And then she goes big, takes her mask off, grabs the backpack.
Did she go big or was she just normal size? I thought she just
No,
was.
she went normal size. Like
Oh, normal size
she
because she
went
was a bug.
from
That's
Wasp.
right. Yeah,
She
yeah.
went from Wasp to normal, but that was so funny. Do you want a juice box, a string cheese?
Do you,
You
do you
have
have
those?
those? So Ghost is this teleporting thing that walks through walls, that phases through walls. It's not really a superpower, more than it is a cause of an accident.
It's like a curse.
Yeah, it's killing her.
Yeah.
Um,
It is her molecules and atoms breaking apart and
and
stitching together.
phasing out of reality.
Yeah, phasing out and then stitching back together again, which she describes as very, very painful.
And so the suit's supposed to help with that, so she can control it a little bit and go through walls on demand. It sounds like. But the more she's out, it sounds like the more and more painful, and the less control she has over it.
Yeah, like the whole movie, she's just like tweaking in four different visions. It was kind of weird.
It was creepy.
Well, there was the one where she like walks away, but her face stays back, so it like fades out that scene with her face,
Yeah, that was scary.
but she's also walking away at the same time.
It was like, rah.
Ooh, ooh. Like she could have been a really good villain, but she's just monologuing the whole time. Just monologuing. And then she's also got Captain Morality in Morpheus, who's actually Dr. Bill. Bill, the Dr. Hank Pym hater.
Yeah.
We'll get to Hank here in a bit.
Yeah, we'll get to Hank.
But yeah, he's talking her out of being a villain. Like, oh, he won't do what we said. He's got a daughter. I won't help you if you touch her. Well, what about this thing? No, it's too far. So he's
That's what I'm saying. There's no villains in the Marvel universe anymore.
he's holding her back from her true villain potential.
Okay.
Is that sad? Is that good or sad? It's sad for the movie. It's good for her morality and soul.
So where do we stand on? What? Wait, you were going to talk about something else a second. Oh, we're going to talk about.
We're going to talk about Hank and how much of a kind of a douche.
Bag of douches he is.
Ugh.
He is a jerk.
He's kind of a jerk.
Everyone hates him.
Yeah, he's got no good relationships besides him and Hope.
Who calls him out on that? Is that Pena?
Yeah. You have a lot of falling outs with people, huh?
Yeah.
Is that True Serum? There's no such thing as True Serum.
Oh, but it's like True Serum, though.
It makes you suggestible. Oh, like True Serum. No such thing as True Serum.
Oh, okay, but it is True.
Oh, okay. Wink, wink. Like he kind of like tries to wink, but he's like a guy that can't wink. So it's like both eyes.
Oh man.
It's like, oh yeah. Okay, I believe you. I see you. Yeah, that's
Was that before? That's after the Baba Yaga part, right?
yes.
So let's talk about that first. That whole meeting of
Oh,
the so when they have to go into hiding and they have nowhere to go, so they pick up Scott. It's Scott, Hope, and Hank. Mister
yeah.
Mister Long pauses, grunts, and evil eyes.
Oh man. Yeah.
He's just like staring off daggers, making comments like, "You gonna keep hitting on my daughter?" Like, what? Was she 16? And
Yeah. How old?
we're yeah, like is she sick? How protective can you be, dude? She's like 45.
Oh, you gave her wings and blasters? I guess you didn't have that tech. Oh no, I did. Just didn't trust you.
It was just fair. He's a criminal.
Ex-con.
Um,
Ex-con securities.
so they're sitting there at the ex-con security firm because that's where they had to go into hiding.
Yep.
And it's Michael Pena, Lewis, Bobby Cavanaugh, who is Paxton, which I'm guessing is the Russian guy.
I thought that was the husband. That's the husband.
Oh, is that the husband?
That's Bobby Cannavale. I think we're looking for. Is it David? Yeah, David Dastmalchian. David D.
David D. Kurt,
And T.I.
who is Dave.
Who is Dave?
So they're at the firm and
David is Kurt and T.I. is Dave.
and Lewis thinks it's hilarious. Michael Pena's character is like, "Oh, who would have thought you would have turned to us? You know, because we tried to rob you. Remember?" And Hank is just pissed. Michael Douglas's character is just pissed.
He's so mad. He's just looking at him like, I hate you so much.
But it's just like, dude, let it go. Like, why are you holding the grudge so hard?
Right there, here helping you. Back off.
He's bringing you coffee and very expensive pastries, apparently.
What's with the raspberry pastries? What's with the fancy pastries? We have oatmeal packets. They taste like sand.
Nah, you can be creative with it, you little cinnamon. So they're just,
Is this my desk? Is this my desk? You got my desk out of a pile of trash. You weren't here when we picked this. I was at home. No,
like
man,
a-
you snooze, you lose.
It's like a green cart table from like a back alley underground Asian poker ring, but not where they play poker, but where the guys count the money with like the visors. Like that kind of table, and it's got like duct tape on it.
Yeah, it's where they keep all the like burnt cigarettes.
I was like, I'm thinking even as a computer.
It's got a little name tag on it, says Scotty. You got my desk from a trash. I got it at a rummage sale.
You weren't here when we were picking desks.
I'm under house arrest.
Like I said, you weren't here.
So funny. I like how they argue about it for like 45 seconds and just like
right in front of their guests.
Hope and Hank is they're just like, what?
Yeah, because they're in the middle of a conversation, and Paul Rudd's just like, what? And then they get
and then he turns it back on Hope because she said something. You're right, Hope. We need to focus. We have a job to do, okay, Hope? It's just like, what? Oh, it's so fun.
And then they start talking about Ghost, and the Russian guy's like, it's like Baba Yaga, and the mobster music starts playing in the background, and they all like turn and look at him, and you're waiting for him to. You thought he was going to tell the story. What is he? I don't even remember what he says.
They scare their children at night like the boogeyman. Come and take you, and then he's like the Baba Yaga.
And then they like say something else, and he's like the Baba Yaga.
Just like the Baba Yaga. She can go through walls like the Baba Yaga.
And then later,
I'm thinking about John Wick the whole time.
And then later, when she pops through the walls, like when they have them all tied up and they're trying to get the info from him, they just scream.
Well, he says Then he goes, Baba Yaga! And then he starts doing the kid's rhyme.
Yeah, that's right.
The Baba Yaga comes to your house at night. So your children come to fright. It's
Forgot about that. Even like the villain and his crew are just like terrified when she appears.
Wouldn't you be? She popped out of nowhere. She came in like the freaking Covenant, full camo, popped out, and just like starts kicking butt.
So do you want to tell about the part with the truth serum?
Oh my gosh, dude, the truth serum is so hilarious. First of all, the fact that he recognizes it right away as truth serum, because Sonny's like, I got a friend very persuasive. He pulls out the potions and the syringe. Oh, is that truth serum? There's no such thing as truth serum. But it makes you tell the truth, right? It makes you very suggestible. Like when you suggest we have to tell the truth, so it's truth serum. No such thing as truth serum. He almost hits him. He almost punches Pena. There's no such thing as truth serum.
Somebody has to stop him.
But then they give it to him. Where is Scott Lang? Then he has to start from the beginning.
He starts telling this story.
He's like, he was in a tight spot now, but when I met him, man, he was in a totally different spot. He's a totally different person now, and that was back in jail, man. And I met him, and it was like, he goes through this whole monologue of like 5 different characters.
And I love when they talk.
Oh yeah, they talk and they do his mannerisms. Like Paul Rudd's like, yeah, man, I'm totally in here right now, and I got this girl, and I thought she was gonna wait for me, but she didn't. Oh, that's rough, man.
Now I have this daughter, and I gotta get out of here for her.
But it's all Michael Pena's voice, and they're like doing a lip sync, dude. It's so great.
And then it's the Hope. Oh, that was the best when the Hope was doing his mannerisms. But
oh yeah. Well, when they go to past Hope, he's like, and then he called her and he told her he told her he was going to Germany, and she's like, "Oh, you're not bringing him along? Okay, I guess we're over then." And then she like throws the phone, and she's like doing all this stuff,
like all this like sassy Nick and.
So funny. And Scott's really at home and he's really hurt. He's like, man, I could have had her, but I blew it.
And it was like, well, that was the best because it was from earlier. Like, I don't even remember.
They showed the bouncing ball thing from earlier.
A scene from earlier when he's trapped under house arrest, and he's clearly had too much time on his hands because he can bounce a bouncy ball from one corner of the room into the hoop.
Yeah, like 5 different
down
walls.
A hallway. Yeah.
No, and then I like it when he goes on the tangents too, because he's like, and then we really needed this deal because if we don't, then we're just like days away from going out of business. Like, what? What? You should have told us that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't want to tell you that. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. I know. I was trying
to be the good boss.
I was trying to be a good boss, and I want to. And he's talking like a million miles an hour, and it's funny.
I like how when he first starts telling the story, the guy's like, "What does this have to do where Scott is?" And the other two guys like, "This is his process. You gotta let him tell it." You put the quarter in. Now you gotta listen to the show or whatever.
Oh yeah, he's like a jukebox. Oh, my grandma had a jukebox at a restaurant. It only had this thing. You know, there's one type of music. If you like that music, you tell her, and she'd be like, "You know what? You can leave then. I don't need you. A jukebox."
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's in a tight spot emotionally. I'm going to ask you one more time. He's about to hit him again. Where is Scott physically right now? Oh, he's in the woods.
Oh, he's in the woods.
And then the ghost just pops out of nowhere.
Baba Yaga!
Where in the woods? Baba Yaga!
This movie was so funny, dude.
Oh, that scene was hilarious.
Oh, you know, I was thinking because the next thing, next thing, but they eventually get to the woods, right? And they do the whole lab thing, and they shrink the building down.
Mm-hmm.
So the building's sitting there in the middle of the field. All the cops are walking into the space that the building just occupied. Right? They're all inside that cleared out space where the building was sitting.
Uh-huh.
One button.
Could have killed them all.
All of them out of the way.
Yeah, but that's murder. They're not trying to kill a bunch of cops.
I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying, you psycho.
I'm just saying. It could have been a way out.
Goose Reviews does not condone the killing of cops.
Just PSA.
do. The more you know.
The thought did cross my mind sitting there in the movie theater. They could push the button, and that whole back line of surrounding cops would be gone.
Dude, I would have pushed the button in the middle of the bay.
Let's sink the ship.
Like, what's the difference? Yeah. Who cares if the thing's underwater? I think the lab would have been fine.
Probably. It wasn't that deep.
Yeah.
And the lab, you assume the lab's on like the top floor.
Did they go up? I guess they would have had to.
Yeah.
Going down would have made no sense.
No, that definitely would not have made sense. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk cars.
Oh man, cars or car chases?
Some cool car chases in this movie.
Well, the first car scene is when Hope takes Scott out, right?
Right.
And they're in the Mercedes.
He's in the Mercedes, and he starts flipping out. He's like, I can't be here. I can't be here. And he tries to open the door, and she's like, the door's not going to open while the system's engaged. And he's like, what? And then this car rolls over the top of him, and they're like a little Matchbox Hot Wheels car.
Why?
Because they're on the run.
Nobody knows she's in a Mercedes. But yeah, it was just like to show that it was little. But thought it was funny.
Well, then he can't escape.
That too.
How about that? I like how he was like, did you destroy my suit?
Yeah.
That was my life's work.
He's such a jerk.
You did destroy my suit like you promised me you'd destroy my suit? Yes, I destroyed your suit. That was my life's work, Scott. How could you do that? What
you told me to. And then later,
what if we had one of your old suits?
What if we had an old suit? You told me you destroyed it. It was your life's work, Hank.
I couldn't destroy it.
He turns it right back around on him, dude. It was so
anyway,
it was your life's work, Hank. I couldn't do that.
So the next car was the van, which was pretty cool. The all-purpose surveillance utility van, yeah.
Which they used a lot.
Well, yeah, it was awesome. That's why I called it an all-purpose van.
Had the space, had the back doors where she could shoot shrinky things at people.
And big things at people. She shrunk that little bike, the bike, and the guy like
the motorcycle.
The motorcycle. The guy just...
I like the noise the motorcycle was making.
The guy just goes flying into the air because there's nothing underneath him anymore. It would have been funnier if he stayed on for a little bit, like a bear on a tricycle.
Like his feet on the tiny little pegs.
And then just falls, you know? It's like
falls sideways.
Like slow motion, just...
So how did you feel about launching cars when growing back to normal size?
So the only reason I was okay with it is because it's the same logic of them like getting big. It seems to create some sort of like field that gives them more power behind it. Because if not, the top of the van should have crumpled.
Right.
It's the only logic I can think of. Or they had a pretty solid roll cage up there. One of the two.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was going to be like extra armored or something, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, it worked great for the movie. Really cool for the car chase. I just don't know, because when Scott goes big on accident in the school, right, in that like closet, when they're hiding from that teacher that doesn't care. Hey, you. Hey, yeah, whatever. His head hurts when he hits the ceiling, right?
Right.
So if the going big makes him like invulnerable type,
but the car's not going big. The car's going normal. It's just going back to its normal size. I wonder if that has an effect on it somehow.
I don't know. I mean, it's not important.
Splitting hairs.
Yeah, it's not important. Whatever.
So later in the movie, Michael Pena's still on the truth serum, but they have him come meet anyway. So he's in the car with Hope and just talking. Like, talking about how you love a suit. Even when he was like, I
Man,
love
your
one.
suit is awesome. I really like your suit. I wish I had a suit with powers.
Even
Man,
without
even
powers.
let's take a suit. Looks cool.
And she just looks at him so sideways, like this little like side smile on her face. Like, what is wrong with this guy?
This poor guy. And then he has to go down Lombard Street as a tiny little Hot Wheels car.
He has to. He loved every second of it. I love, I love when they're like, use the Hot Wheels car case or whatever, and
Use the Matchbox car case.
and he pulls it out. And he's like, "Oh, I love you, Dr. Pym." And he just like
He picks the purple car, bright
purple
flame, hatchback.
rice rocket. That thing was awesome, and he just tries to just
Oh, when they go off the jump.
He almost gets smashed by that car.
Oh, he almost did. I don't know how he got so much speed and
That's
distance
one
off
thing.
that.
Like, I don't. There must be some kind of tweaked engines or something to keep him going that fast.
Yeah, I don't understand that, but
Although, if you think you remember Ocean's 12, the twins, he's got
they did have a
the
pretty powerful.
he's
little
got the
car,
little one
yeah.
that's faster than the truck.
And then the truck smashes him.
Waiting on you, princess. Just go, go already.
The Mormon brothers in Mexico.
That's the first one, actually. That's Ocean's. No, that is 12.
No,
No?
it's 12.
No, because 12. It must be 13. No, it must be. It is 12, right? No, it's 11. It's 11 because they're bored after their last job. Because 12, they're at the wedding reception, and he's thanking the rehearsal dinner, and he's thanking everybody but his brother, and his brother's about to get up and say something really mean, and then Terry Benedict shows up. No, Sean,
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember that part so much.
I'm right.
12 is kind of blocked from my mind.
It's not that bad. Give it another watch.
It's been a long time.
My favorite line comes from that movie still. You ever notice that Tess looks like, oh, we don't talk about that. Look, it's not in my nature to be mysterious, but I can't talk about it, and I can't talk about why. Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's not in my nature to be mysterious, but I can't talk about it, and I can't talk about why. Then he just walks away. They loved messing with Matt Damon so much in those movies.
They did. It was great.
Okay. What else do you want to talk about? What else do you want to hit in this movie? We kind of already talked about Ghost as a villain or a protagonist? Antagonist? That's the one. Antagonist. Lawrence Fishburne as well. You think he's kind of on their side begrudgingly. Turns out he's not. He actually betrays them pretty hardcore. He tries to steal their lab but to save Ava until he realizes that it may kill Hank's wife. Even then, I think he's actually kind of okay with it. For a minute. Then he kind of like has second thoughts about it.
Yeah, he definitely isn't gung-ho about it.
Because then he kind of realizes that if she is alive, then maybe she can...
She can figure out a way to help, which I guess magically she does. Yeah, what was that about where she spends 30 years in the quantum realm and develops magic?
She absorbed quantum energy, and she was able to push it to other people. That's my guess. I don't know.
Nah,
Evolution, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would have some weird effects being in that environment. I just don't know how does she learn to use it if there's nobody else there? Like suddenly she just knows. Like he shows up in the quantum realm, and the whole time he's riding in the little, ship without a helmet on.
Yeah, so, why did he even bring the helmet?
That's what you want to do. I don't know how they're breathing since they're smaller than air molecules. They're subatomic, right?
It's got to be like Sonic when you're underwater. You just got to take one of those big boop up.
I brought all this oxygen from big size, and now it's going to last me forever.
Or Futurama when Fry goes outside. They're underwater. He's like, oh, oxygen. I almost forgot. So he grabs the suitcase, opens it, and just kind of like brushes his hand to push air in, closes it, and walks out the door. So he goes to go breathe it later, opens the suitcase, all the air flies out, and he just like panics.
So stupid.
Show's so funny.
Oh man.
He's saved by a mermaid. It's fine. From the lost city of Atlanta. Anyway.
So yeah, she I don't know, the whole finding her thing I didn't really get. She knew how to work their computers and their coordinates and all that.
That's true.
Stuff.
She knew how to work these 2018 computers.
Yeah. After being in there since 88.
That's 30 years ago. We didn't even have the internet.
Yeah.
I think QWERTY keyboards were still a ploy to get, like, make it so only women could type. Or something like that. That's why they were invented.
I don't know anything about that.
It's to make it harder for people to type or something. I don't remember. But anyway. Yeah, there's no way she'd know how to use a computer efficiently and all that jazz, like as fast as she was doing it.
I mean, it's not like she could have stole the information from Scott, because he's not super genius either.
Because he's an idiot.
He's just a thief, with a suit on that makes him big and small.
He's a good thief, though.
He's a good thief. But, I mean, I don't know. She just kind of takes over his body and has a funny moment. But then Pym gets down there, can't find her. Time runs out. He starts going crazy. She fixes it.
Right, and time ran out, which I didn't get. So why were they able to find her?
Yeah. And were they just close enough, I guess? Whatever. But they're down there, so...
Hey, can we just have a movie once that doesn't have the dramatic timer of like, oh, we got 15 seconds? Like, can we just like, we got 2 hours. Oh, look, there they are. Like,
got him.
Got him.
It's actually worked.
Like, I understand you can have all the other movement, but that doesn't have to be one of the plot devices that the timer's about to run out. You don't need to actually put a timer on it at all. Take that whole element out of there.
Yeah.
Just make it that if, Ghost got there first, then she dies. Like, you don't need a timer, like a window of, oh, if you don't do it in 2 hours, it'll be a century before we can do this again. Like, that's just another added bogusness. How would she even know that? No one's ever done it before.
No one's ever done it at all, ever.
The only other person to ever go small was Scott, and by luck he got back. Like,
yeah.
How could she have any of this information? How did she even if she learned anything, how would she write it down?
I don't know. But no. So first thing he does, he gets down there, right? He gets out of the ship with his helmet on. They see each other. Like she finds him, right? First thing they do.
Take off their helmets.
Take off the helmet. Take off the mask. Why? Why?
Because you're in a place that messes with the human mind, so you might as well
expose it. Because I forgot which actor was there. And I needed to be reminded who was down there. I thought Black Panther went to save her until he took off his mask. Thank goodness for that. Jeez, man.
So I liked Giant Ant-Man in the Bay. Also, I'd like to say that I do love that this whole movie took place in San Francisco. That was cool.
Yes, that was very cool.
I was like, I've been there. Oh, I've been there.
Giant Ant-Man.
I was just there. Oh, hey, I've caught Pokemon on that pier, like where he got big. I was just there a couple days ago catching Pokemon.
Well, I think I've got on a ship on that pier.
I think I have too. So he's in there. He's just looking for him. He's like, "Oh, come on! You're just embarrassing yourself."
He like picks him up, just like, just stop.
And then he like pushes him. He doesn't like flick him or anything. He just like pokes him with his finger. Just pokes him.
He goes flying. It's like how bad about yourself do you have to feel after that? Because
was that the end? Was that the end of him, or does he come back one more time after that?
I don't think you see him do anything after that because
Yeah.
he's just stuck on the ship, and then the ship like just kind of goes away.
I like how it becomes giant Ant-Man and then gets really tired.
He's super fast.
All right, well, I'm just going to lay down here and decides to take a nap in the water.
He's like, I just need 5 minutes and fall. Yeah.
Oh. So
No,
during
and then what? Sorry, go.
So during a monologue, we learn that the
You
only
can say
reason,
that a lot of times in this movie.
yeah, the reason that Michelle Pfeiffer is stuck in the quantum realm is because, guess what? Ant-Man's suit was malfunctioning. And he couldn't go small. And in this movie, and in the first movie, that happens quite often.
Oh yeah, this thing is buggy.
It's like, bro, it's like, bro, you had 30 years to fix this. Like,
it's a buggy system.
A buggy system. Very funny. I don't know. That's just like
no, but he did. He had all that time to perfect.
And the newest suit has like worse problems than the old one.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. Breaks every time.
He gets stuck big. He gets stuck small. He gets stuck miniature.
Like kid size.
Yeah, Munchkin more like an Oompa Loompa.
Why didn't they change his voice when he went like middle sized? That would have been funny.
It would have been funny if they didn't even change his voice. If they just had Paul Rudd like inhale a helium balloon. He'd do it.
Yeah. Oh, he would. And it'd be hilarious.
I wonder how much of that was like. Well, Marvel doesn't really let their actors have any creative control, so a lot of it was probably just script. Because Paul Rudd does a lot of improv stuff in most of his movies, but I doubt he's allowed a lot of wiggle room in this one.
Yeah.
So they go to the quantum realm. They save Michelle Pfeiffer. They come back. She's able to cool ghost jets. They actually ram her with the little spaceship that looks like the one from that one where they go into the dude. You know, the
like
movie
the
that...
Abyss?
No, like in Family Guy, they make fun of it, and in it's been a parody like 1,000 times. They shrink miniature and they go into the guy's body. Futurama does it. The Simpsons done it. Family Guy did it. Archer did it. Magic School Bus did it.
Magic School Bus.
Like they shrink down into little capsule size, and they go into the guy. Like that's what that reminded me of when they go into the quantum realm.
Yeah. It reminded me of like a submersible.
Yeah, like the one that goes into the Titanic on the Titanic, like when it's the future.
Yeah.
The present day.
What, 20 years old now? That movie?
Right. So they ram Ghost with the submarine, and then Michelle Pfeiffer magically temporarily fixes her, and everybody just scatters like it's you TP'd a house and the police are on their way. And
I like how Scott got away from the FBI.
I do too. But I do like how they finally called attention to one of the funnier memes on the internet about how Marvel thinks that being undercover is a hat and sunglasses.
The hat and sunglasses. Yeah, I noticed that too. I was laughing. They were kind of making fun of their own thing there.
Yeah.
This doesn't make us look different. It looks like we're going to a baseball game.
It looks like we're in hat and sunglasses going to a baseball game.
We're not in disguise.
He was even wearing like a San Francisco hat.
Yeah, he was.
Um,
I'm wearing a San Francisco shirt right now.
Nice. I'm wearing a Batman one. I was wearing a San Francisco shirt, but it got sweaty whilst playing Beat Sabers.
No, and of course they walk into that lecture hall, and Dr. Bill recognizes them immediately.
Which I think I think he was supposed to. I think that's supposed to add to the.
Well, it adds to the making fun of the whole thing.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
They walk in. He's like, oh, I haven't seen you in 30 years, but I know exactly who you are.
Right, and so then he ends his class.
You've got
early.
a hat on. Doesn't matter.
I like how he ends his class early too.
Yeah, taking a lot of glazed eyes.
And the FBI shows up, and They try to catch him, but his daughter totally covers for him. Scott's daughter. Oh, he's sick.
Oh yeah, she's great. Cassie is great.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I thought she did an awesome job in this movie, just being a little girl and also being a smart, fun actress.
Yeah, it was funny.
You need a partner.
I like how in the trailer it makes it sound like she's like encouraging him to work with Wasp, but she's actually talking about herself.
Yeah, well, and he even thinks that she's talking about the Wasp.
If I let you do this with me, I'd be a terrible father.
I'd be a terrible dad. Which he has a point.
Yes, no, definitely. So they run away. I like how he makes himself big again. Well, he makes the suit big, hides it against a building like he's hiding, like, looking up in the sky, like if I can't
like
see
around the corner.
Yeah, like if you can't see me, or if I can't see you, you can't see me.
And Wu is like, hey,
come down, give it up, We know
it's you.
And the suit shrinks to like, teeny tiny size, smaller than Wasp. And he just goes, magic. He takes takes off right. He takes off.
Well, he turns and sees the building disappear too, and he's like, ugh.
Yeah, that's right, because you can see the big the suitcase handle is
well,
out.
He recognized he's been studying. He's been studying the magic.
Right.
He's been on the close-up Magic University online.
Magic, and he just like jumps back into his car, guns it over there, and here Scott is on his drum set playing the drums, which he does all the time, and so that way he can cover for being out of breath.
Yeah, and he's got the headphones on, so he like doesn't even notice him. Oh, hey guys.
Yeah, just casually.
It's been 2 years already.
I'll be seeing you again. When's that? What does he say?
Like when? What do you mean?
Yeah, when?
Like Friday? Are you asking me to dinner or something? Or no? I'll arrest you again sometime. I mean, on the Friday, are you free?
Did you want to do dinner?
No. I mean, no. I'll get you. I'll get you sometime. Yeah, Wu was hilarious. I'm great with it. And then he like says this whole spiel to Cassie that she doesn't understand at all.
No, I think I think she does understand.
Yeah, but it's like the most non-child explanation. Yeah,
ever. It's like
because it's Article this, which breaks the requirements of this deal under Article this of the Sokovia Accords or whatever. And he's like, "Wow, you're great with kids." Yeah, I'm also a youth mister. What? I'm a youth pastor.
Randall Park. I've seen him in something else too.
Oh man, he's funny. He's been in some comedies, I think.
He was President Kim in the interview. Hilarious.
Oh jeez.
Drunk History. I need to watch that. I hear it's so funny.
On topic. How is Ghost going to play at all in the next Avengers, or will she? What about the Wasp? Are they going to bring them in too? Like, are Pym and the Wasp going to?
If anybody, I think they'll bring Ant-Man into it since they mentioned him in the last one.
Yeah,
and since he's still around.
Well, I mean, they mentioned Ant-Man, but does that include his team of Hope, Pym, and now Janet?
No.
I mean, Ghost was a part of S.H.I.E.L.D., right? So is she going to continue trying to be a part of that world, or is her story done and we just don't care? Because I mean, she's such an odd character.
I think her story will be into whatever the next Ant-Man movie is somehow.
Yeah, they'll probably keep her separate from Avengers, but
I think that's a lot of budget to add in for a character. I think
is she a big actress? I don't even know who she is.
No, I don't think she's a big actress. I think you bring in Ant-Man, you just want to pay for Paul Rudd. You don't want to pay for the entire cast of his movie.
Hannah John Kamen?
You want to pay for Michael Douglas too? He's probably pretty expensive.
She was in Ready Player One. Was she in Ready Player One?
I know who she is. Hold on. She's the chick with the gun.
Oh, is she the bad guy?
Yeah.
She is the bad guy. The bad girl. Okay, I know who she is. Bangs, typical bad female. Got it.
Yeah, she gets all crazy by the end.
She's the typical bad the one we complained about as being like the most stereotypical bad female
All right,
in Ready Player One.
she just went like insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's only a year younger than me.
Let's see. She did a voice in Dark Souls 2.
I don't play Dark Souls. The game is impossible.
Yeah, I don't play games that are impossible. That's no fun.
Never mind.
Let's see. Star Wars: The First Awakens. She was a First Order officer. Okay.
I think I remember that. Anyway,
Tomb Raider.
moving- So, here
Sorry.
we are. So she heals Ghost, Janet, Doctor, whatever.
Yeah, Van Dyne. Why she has a different name, I don't know.
Hope's mom. Yeah, I don't know why they have different names. It is weird. Well, because they're doctors. So, but not permanently. Apparently, she needs to continue to get stuff for it.
Yeah, she needs quantum energy to
So now so now instead of setting up the whole building, they have it in the back of Lewis's
van.
Lewis's van. I'm assuming they gave him the purple card.
Yeah,
Retribution.
better.
Sorry. And now they just send Scott in with like a tube, and he goes in and grabs the energy for probably both of them. I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably.
She probably needs some too after spending 30 years in there.
Yeah.
So he while
transition. I'm sure her stomach is doing great with real food now.
So while he's in there, he messes around with them, like, on the radio, he's Michael Douglas like doing a sound check, and he like goes quiet for a while, and then he's like, aha, I'm here. Can you guys hear me? And then he gets the energy. He's like, all right, energy's harvest, ready to come back, guys. Hello. Very funny. Ready to come back. Hello. And then the scene goes to, yep, thank you. That was perfect. Exactly.
Snap. And Thanos snapped his fingers like this.
I don't feel so good.
All that happens.
Yeah, so that's the mid-credit scene. And that's how the tie-in happens.
That's the tie-in. All three people on the roof disappear.
Anybody that can get Scott out of the quantum realm. I think he can get himself out, though, personally. We'll see. But,
He's done it before.
yeah.
What if Ghost has to get him out?
That'd be kind of cool.
I mean, she's all quantum related.
If he is in Avengers, they probably won't explain it until he has his own movie. He'll just be in
Unless he goes so far deep into the quantum realm that he goes back in time and meets up with the Avengers and Captain Marvel.
Or he goes so small that he goes into the Soul Stone and gets all the people out somehow.
He has to pull them out soul at a time.
He just has to pull one person, whoever it is, some key person out.
Doctor Strange.
Gamora.
No.
He just has to pull Gamora out because then the sacrifice is null and void, and everybody gets pulled out of the Soul Stone. And I'm pretty sure Gamora is confirmed to be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So, here we are. I'm still giving mine. I'll give it an 8. 8's fine. It was a good movie.
Yeah, I'll stick with 8. I mean, there was enough beefs and
8 bugs.
like this weird thing. We didn't really talk about Hope. Like, I mean, she was there. She's a main character.
But she didn't really bring any...
What did you think about her as a main character? Like, could she have held this movie on her own?
No, she's all she had was one-liners. Like, she didn't really have any depth. She was like kind of sad about her mom, kind of attached to her dad. She's cold. I think she's a very cold, calculated character.
Yeah, I don't think this movie would have been at all fun without Paul Rudd.
Yeah, agreed.
Like if this movie was The Wasp, like, oh, Paul Rudd's on house arrest, we can't use him. The Wasp, let's go on this whole journey with the Wasp. I think it would have been bleh.
Yeah.
I mean, she's nice as far as like her acting, like her action scenes were cool. Her use of the technology with the blasters, also the changing of the size of things from the salt shaker to the Pez container to herself in and out, big, small. Awesome.
I like the
I
salt shaker to block the door.
Yeah, that was funny. Boom. Uh, I don't know. I don't think she could have held this together on her own.
Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, I don't mean that in any kind of sexist way. I think it's just the way the characters are built.
Yeah, but I
The
think she's just supposed to be like. I think if
Well,
it was a more serious action movie, honestly, she probably could have done it. Like Atomic Blonde or what's that movie? I'm trying to think of a specific one, like Aeon Flux, like where it's the characters, like a stone cold
yeah, emotionless
assassin. Like, yeah,
kind of stuff. Yeah, I think she'd be great for that. But as far as this movie goes, Cassie really explained it. She's the partner. She's the one watching the back of Paul Rudd.
yeah, exactly.
And so, I mean, the storyline with Janet and them getting that was fine. But the true hero and true person who made this movie
Scott
was Michael Pena. Michael Pena.
Oh, Michael Pena. Yes.
No, it was Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd carried this movie, and Michael Pena was the comedy that just made it great.
He talks so fast. He's so fun.
Oh,
but
man.
anyway, let's wrap this.
Who loads the dishes on the top rack? You can't load the dishes on the top rack. That way. That's just wrong. That's wrong, Scott. I can't stand it. I hate it. I hate it, Scott. I can't.
I just have to tell you that I hate it.
I just had to tell you. Yeah, that was awesome. I loved Michael Pena in this movie.
Me too.
Yeah. As far as the Wasps goes, I mean, their relationship is weird.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where they go.
We'll see where they go, and I don't know how big of a role she'll play in the next Infinity War.
I don't think she'll play any role. I think that if they bring in anybody
After complaining about being left out of Civil War.
Think about even Black Panther. His sister's in it for maybe 30 seconds. Like, those aren't the characters people want to go see in Infinity War. They want to see the big hitters.
They want to see Cap.
They want to see Cap. They want to see
Captain America. His friends call him Cap.
They want to see Captain America. They want to see the Hulk. They want to see Thor. They want to see Iron Man. They don't want to see thirds. They don't want to see a sidekick from a movie about a off-brand Marvel character.
Right. No, it's the
what
big
I mean?
names that matter and the big names that pull.
You might get away with pulling Ant-Man in because people like Paul Rudd and think Ant-Man's cool, but pulling in his crew isn't going to help anybody. There's better scientists and people out there that can help.
Yeah, because she's not a standout in fighting. She's not. I mean, she's not going to fight better than Black Widow.
Well, she got. So it doesn't really matter. He might be there to help fight to get her back, whatever that sacrifice is going to be.
Yeah.
And honestly, Hank's not on the same level as what's his name's sister in Wakanda, or Tony Stark, or Bruce Banner.
No, he's not. I mean, he's smart, but his stuff is broken
and mostly theoretical. A lot of his applied stuff doesn't work.
You know who he would get along with? The guy from A Wrinkle in Time.
Oh, I was thinking Luna Lovegood's dad, but yeah.
What is that, Xenophilius? Is that his name?
Yeah, I think something like that, yeah.
Something ridiculous.
Xenophilius Lovegood. All right, on that note, let's wrap this sucker up.
What are we looking forward to? What's our next thing?
Either Skyscraper that came out tonight. I know, I almost went to go see it instead of doing this.
Came out tonight.
I know.
I want to see it. I wonder if Dad will go see it with me.
You should try. I mean,
like in the middle of the day.
I'll be driving all day.
Mom.
You should. Yeah.
I'll ask Dad.
All right. So probably Skyscraper, and then definitely Mission Impossible next Thursday. So
yes.
We gotta
can't
go
wait
see.
for that movie.
You have to go. You have to tell your wife like now that you're going Friday.
We need that movie.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, catch us on the next one. Listen on Spotify. Throw us a follow. So that way you can stay posted on our next one.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody.
Take care. Bye.